Oh, bonjour, nesitan kadishnikas, mashikasto dim, nia shingabing donchbad, day at daily detonant aga nishna bequendao, shagnash most windless at Quincy. So I say, Minukojab, I'm glad to be here. Connection is really important, and in that connection, there needs to be a start of relationships. And in those relationships, it's going to take time. Because trust doesn't just get created just by sitting and talking one time. It's about a respect that happens. And respect is to accept, not to change us. History has shown the damage that has already been done. And because dominant societies are white European settlers, they live in their minds. They're not living in their hearts or their body or their spirit because they have been also colonized. That's their colonized way of being in the world, and that's how they walk through the world. When we have connection, for our people is we are connected to Creator, our higher power. We are connected to Mother Earth, that she truly is our mother. And it is her that provides and sustains life for us. She takes care of the water and the trees, the plant life, the bird life, the winged ones, the finned ones. And that everything that happens to Mother Earth happens to the females of the original people. And it has been shown to us by what the old people have taught us many, many years ago. And it's true. What they do to Mother Earth is what they're doing to Native women. And then they do it to all women. And then they do that to all women, they do it to men, they do it to children. No respect for the environment. So they've lost their respect even for their original mother, which is the earth. You know, to be connected to yourself. To know that we are connected mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. And that we have family. And family might mean something different to different people. For me, in our way of being in the world, I have several families. I have my biological family, I have my adopted family, I have my spiritual family, I have my ceremonial family, I have my clan family. So family means all kinds of different things. So in saying that, you know, we have what we call our relatives. And that doesn't necessarily mean we're from the same First Nations. We have different relatives in different First Nations. But we're also in relationship with Mother the Earth. When we pick our medicines, when we do ceremonies, when the women, the older women who are praying for the water and because water is life. So we have that relationship as women with water. And that is the other beauty in who we are as a people, is having that relationship with all of creation. To having that relationship with all of creation, but all the other three nations of man. And I have only heard that once from my own people where they talked about the other three nations of man, and that we need to have that relationship because we are here to teach them. And we're not here to do what they have done to us as the original people. It's the opposite. We want to share, we want to teach them and how to be interconnected. And that is the beauty in who we are, is our interconnectedness. And that everything that we do is not just about ourselves. Everything that we do has everything to do with the 7 generations coming behind us. No matter what decision we make, no matter what we're doing, we're always thinking about the ones coming behind us and about the ones that were here before us, and to honor what they have done for us. And in that interconnectedness with Mother Earth is that we have medicines, that we have songs, that we have dances, we have teachings, and our teachings is our educational system. And teachings is just about living a good life. It's as simple as that. Just living a good life. And when we are interconnected and we're living a good life, everybody prospers from that. The children, the old ones, the young ones, the men, the women, the animal life, the bird life, the insect life, the water gets better, the trees are more healthier, the air is more clean. So when human beings do that, why would we not want that kind of circular interconnectedness with all of creation and with our higher power? The other thing that we have a connection with is with our ancestors. We always acknowledge our ancestors because they've been here way before us and they put their lives on the line for us so we could be here and to speak our original language. And that's the other part of that relationship, is our language. And it is almost died out. Thank goodness that there's some young people that are learning it, and that our language is what's important. Our language is our identity. If we lose our language, we lose our identity and our cultural way of being. So that is what this is about. That interconnectedness is about our identity as the original people on Mother Earth and on Turtle Island. Well, it would be really good if human beings could make choices and see that the choices that they make, whether it's the government system. The government systems are not made when they make choices or make decisions about the women and the children and the land. So there's great fear in that. And if they could think about when they make decisions in those government systems or those institutions, because even in those institutions, they are run like a government system. And it's all about making money. It's not about human beings. They're not thinking again about how is that going to prosper all the next generations coming behind us. They don't think about that. Everything is about money. If human beings could think about and look at their past, look at the historical impact, and learn from it, to be able to shift and to move and to grow, so that they could understand what they're doing in the now as human beings. Are they being mindful of the water? Are they being mindful of the air and the trees? Are they being mindful of how the earth is getting polluted and how the water is getting polluted? It's industry that's doing that. It's still human beings that are doing it. Well, how is that going to affect the future of the grandchildren and the great-grandchildren? Their babies, their grandbabies, their great-grandbabies. What did their ancestors represent? And that's why it's important to look at the past and the historical impact. Because what are they doing to the environment? And again, it comes to, if money is the only means of destroying the earth, because once the water is completely polluted and we can't drink it anymore, all of mankind dies. All of creation dies. Guarantee it. Bet my life on that. And when they're making decisions, human beings are not even thinking about animals. Animal gets in the road, the first thing they want to do is kill it. They think that animals are, it doesn't matter, they don't have a spirit. Animals have a spirit. The birds have a spirit. The fish have a spirit. They all have a spirit. So that, and the plant, if all human beings could look at those plants, because those are medicines. And when they continue to pollute the earth, they continue to pollute the medicines. My people are not even going to be able to pick medicines because they continue to pollute the land and putting all their chemicals in, whether it's farmers or industry dumping all their lead into rivers, and it's usually all of that disrespect is usually by a native community, and the native communities are ones that pay the price for it. So they don't think about that. They don't think about the air and how they're polluting the air. When you think about the virus that's happening and they say, well, it's airbound, I truly believe human beings are doing that because of their greed and their disrespect to each other, their disrespect to the institutions, the respect to each other, to other nations, to the animals, to the water, to the land. It's creating that energy of that virus. How wonderful if human beings could change it. And if human beings could look at their positive thinking. If they could think of positive feelings, if they could think and behave in a positive manner, that the world would be a better place. If they could have and think positive about the children, and what are we leaving these children? If all human beings could do that, how different the world would be. Instead of it always being about money and about greed and about power. We do need money, and we should all be able to prosper. You know, because there's enough land, there's enough resources, but it's still off balance. The have and have-nots of creation. And it would be nice if these people that are creating all of this money, that they would give back to communities that they have disrespected and destroyed their water source, like First Nations people across Turtle Island. That would be my prayer and my hope, is that they would do that.